Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do, is it part 3 of this picture here, and it's in the Moments Wholly for Yourself by that, the Forest Girl, and that's who we're going to be coloring along with Rudolph's little jacket, and I think that's a little scarf. It's got a little hoodie on with a little scarf on like the bird over here, and she's got a coat like a little fur collar. She's also wearing a earmuffs, boots, and shoes, little mittens. So we're going to try to get all that done. And background, I may do the background with Distress ink just because it'll be so much easier. And I want to get a border around it, I think, because we have this little stitchy where you can cut it out and post it somewhere, but I'll use that as a border line that comes around, possibly. I don't know. We will see what I can do. So we will first work on Rudolph's coat here. And let's see. I only have one bit of blue here, so maybe I'll make his coat blue. Same colors that we used in there. Which were the light cobalt turquoise, indanthrene blue, and black, just for the highlighted part here. So we'll see what we can do with that, and then I'm going to make his like his cuffs a little gray, and his or her. I can't tell if it's a little girl or a little boy dog, only because when you try to use a translator, it says she keeps an eye out on the chipmunk and the little forest girl. And then if you read the writing, it says he. So it can be either a boy or a girl. I'm just giving it a blue jacket, so that's just the way it's going to go. I'll put the camera at an angle, and then we will get started. We'll start off with the light color here, and then leave the turned up pieces as, oh, what is it? It's like sheep's fur, the little curly fluffles that come on clothing, so you have a nice warm jacket. Because Rudolph needs a nice warm jacket. Okay, so there we have the light blue. Then we're going to go with the Indanthrene blue, number 247. And we're going to go around and darken this edge and pull in some creases. And lightly bring that color in. There'll be a shadow underneath the scarf. And because the puppy's arm is, you know, curved, we're going to darken the sides of it. We'll go back in with a little bit more of the light blue. And this side's more under shadow, and bring the blue down on this side. Same with the back. We're going to have a few little creases come out here. Draw our line there. Shadow in this side. Underneath the hood. Down in this area. Hood itself. And I think that's a little portion of it there. So we're going to get that. All right, we'll go back in with the blue, the light blue, and just darken that up a little bit. And then go back in with the darker color. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Just want to darken that a little more. Okay, then we're bringing the black. Darken those lines just a bit more so you can see them. And then just very lightly go over and shadow in those areas darker. I'm going to go back over that with some blue. And I'm trying to figure out the scarf here. It's got 2 layers. If it didn't, it does now. Darken that hood up a little bit. Okay, go back in just to darken up that, or put blue over the black so it doesn't look like we just went in with jet black. And there we have a little blue coat. Okay, the gray is going to come in. I want to sharpen that one. There we go. I'm going to go in with the lightest blue. So these are the warm grays, sorry. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to put some color in these. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Fluff up those. I need to get an eraser in there. Tiny bit of orange. Okay. So we're going to add that in. There's a tiny bit of blue in this one. Go. Add some of that in. That's 1. Then we're going to go with 2. And 3. Then we'll get the darkest one we have here, which is 6, and kind of add a little shadow where our shadow should be. Okay, then back in with the light color. 1. And there we go. Got our little scarf done. Then, if you want, and I'm going to, on the little areas down here, I'm just going to tap it. And hopefully that'll make it look a little fluffy. Okay, now we're going to work on her. We're going to start off with her clothes first. I like the blue, brought it over. Maybe we'll give her blue shoes or blue jeans. Blue jeans should be darker than that though. Open that up and see what we got in blue jean wear. We'll throw in a little bit of dark indigo into the blue jeans. Okay, so we'll just start here with the darker gray. Gonna add that in here for a shadow. We'll lay the blue on top of it. Okay, this leg's behind. So we'll make sure that it gets looking like it's behind. Okay, bring in the dark indigo. Make sure our cuffs look like cuffs. We have a stitch line here, so we want to kind of leave that light. Okay, we're going to darken the area that's above the cuff. Darken this side. Lighten it as you go into the center. And lighten it also as you're going up towards the top of the knee. Okay, we're going to bring in the black. I'm going to take it on that area here where the cuff is, back here where it's all in shadow. Stitch line. So stitch line down there. Bring in a wrinkle here from the leg. Darken this line between the two legs. Make sure you get a darkness going on the back leg. Go back in with the dark blue, which is going to be the indigo. Go over that black. Okay. We're going to bring in a little bit of whatever this is. Yellow, blue, yellow, reddish. Then we're going to throw a little of that in there. Okay. We're going to bring in a little bit of the Caran d'Ache blender stick. And just make sure that black gets blended in with the blue. Okay, one more little line. Bring in a little of the light blue we had here. And just make sure we get some crease marks in these pants. Okay. There we go. Now we got a jacket and shoes, and that gives me my 3 points of blue, so we can get blue out of the equation. We have 2 brown birds, so we can do her coat and her shoes, her boots in browns. I'm just pulling out the browns that are on my desk so we can see what we're working with here. We have sanguine we used on everybody, so we can put that in with our browns. We have the raw umber, burnt ochre, burnt sienna, walnut, and burnt umber, if I didn't say that already. Okay, we're going to go in with the darker color, the walnut, and we're going to outline our seam lines. Does she have a hood on her coat? I think this is a hood. because that's part of the fluff, and this is stitch line. That must be a hood or part of the parka, I don't know. Coat comes down this way. Got our zipper. Got our pocket. Shadow lines down here. Crease line from where she's sitting. Shadow line under there. And underneath the hood. Stitch lines. Part of her coat over here with a zipper. That's a pocket there. And then we have the inside of the coat coming down across here. It's got to be part of her sleeve over here. Hair. This is part of the coat. And then that is fur. Part of the coat. Then she has a shirt on and a bow that ties up her headband. It's like a turtleneck. So I'm going to bring the coat down in here. And just lightly shade it, because we'll be going in with a lot of different colors. Okay. Probably do that with her boots too. Why not? Whole bunch going on there. I think it's a buckle. Okay, at least I got some brown on them. All right, we're gonna go in with a burnt ochre. This is going to be our lightest color, by the way. So we're going to go over the whole thing. I'm not going to worry about it. If I get it in her hair, I'll just erase it out. Okay, we'll think about that color. I'm going to bring in some raw umber. Okay, now we're going to bring in a little burnt sienna. A little back here. Okay, then we'll bring in the burnt umber. Okay, gonna go back to our original color, which was the burnt ochre. Right, we're going to bring in a little of the cream, and we're going to highlight some areas like the pocket and here. Okay, then we're going to go back in with probably the burnt sienna. Okay, I'm going to turn this a little bit. Bring in a darker brown here. Burnt umber, no, I want the walnut, I believe it says. So, yep. Okay. Gotta pull that back here, like the coat's being pulled. Make her sleeve a bit bigger than it originally was. Then we'll take a tiny little black and just accent this piece here and the lines that come out here. Gonna make that a stitch line by just doubling it up. And that one and this one. Bring that shadow down here. Darkening these areas down here too. And the sleeve on this side. It's going to have a stitch line here, so we're just going to add it. Okay, then we're going to go in with the walnut brown. We'll go over the black. going to bring the eraser in and just get a little more highlight there. So like one around here, maybe one in here. Lighten up the shoulder a little. I'll be going over that with pencil, so don't worry about it too much. A little on this side. There. Okay, then we're just going to go over it with the Caran d'Ache blending stick, as long as we don't have blue all over it. And just blend those highlighted areas right in. And to warm up the coat a little bit, we're going to throw in some sanguine. Just add those in there, here and there. Going to add that stitch line back in with blue. Okay. I know, lots of layers, but you know, I like the way it turned out. We're going to put in the grays on the fur on her hood, if I cannot throw the pencils around on my desk, or me. So we're going to go in, the fur comes up here. It kind of goes in between her hair, so we'll find the areas that it might be and add it in there. Then I'm trying to think if that's, I think that's part of her turtleneck, but we can make it part of her hair, her fluff. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. Do I have the darkest gray out here? That's blue. Where is the gray? Pretty sure that's gray. Yeah, we're just gonna darken some areas like that, make it kind of look like it's fluffy. And then we're gonna go in with the eraser and fluff it up like we did with the dogs. I'm going to do that, and then if we want, we can add a little Posca into that after I get her hair done and her turtleneck. We'll put some pink on our turtleneck. Why not? Pink and that. So her turtleneck is underneath her bow. Comes up in here. And that's her shirt. This is a little Venetian Red. Turtleneck doesn't go all the way up to the neck, I don't think. And a little We'll bring in some burnt sienna into that. Hard to see, but it's there. And that brings in a little more pink from this little gal on that side. Okay, we're going to darken that collar here from the coat. Add the button back, because there's a button on the coat. All right. I know we didn't finish your shoes. Don't think I didn't know that. I'm trying to figure out what kind of boots she actually has. And they're going to have a little gray fluffy up here too, so we might as well put the grays in. Then we'll throw in some more blue or browns. I have the raw umber. Bring in the burnt umber. Some kind of buckley thing here. Not quite sure. Bring in some sanguine just to highlight some areas. Burnt ochre. A little bit of the walnut brown, and I gotta turn the book a little bit. Okay, then we're going to, we'll put a gray heel in it, I guess. We can do that. Okay, then we're going to take the eraser. Make that kind of fluffy. Go back in with some of the gray. I think I'll be tapping that with some Posca too, and I have to do the zippers. Okay, zippers, I'm just going to start at the top with a little gray. I think there's a zipper up there. Little buttons can be gray too. Okay. All right. Let's see, I'm going to do our headband. And I'm going to do it in cream. We'll start off with cream. This one has a braiding that goes in it. So we're just going to go around. I think that's part of it. Then bring in a raw umber. Pulls down, kind of a braid type thing. Down both sides, but leaving the center, so it's kind of looks like it's braided. I'll bring in a little bit of burnt umber. Help bring in that braid a little bit more. It gets fluffy in here and fluffy out here. We have that tie come down. Just going to darken that up a little bit. Okay. And the fluff is going to be done the same way. We're going to have to do that. I forgot to do this piece here. After I do her hair, though. And her skin and all that stuff. Her gloves are about the same color as her, I think. They could be gray. Gray wouldn't be bad. We could do their gloves in gray. They're gray over there. They are. So I'll make those gray. They also have a braid that comes down in here. We don't want to lose that. That's the other mitten. It has the braid up here at the top. And then the ribbing down there. Put in a little of that cream color, just so we know where it's supposed to be. And going with the black, put little threads in there. little shadow underneath those. Okay, bow that comes down on her. Gonna throw a little sanguine in there. Probably throw it up here too. Got to be able to see that. So we're sticking in just a little color in there. Okay, we're going to highlight that. The little white, hopefully. Okay, this is Prisma white, and we're just going to highlight those areas that are there. Bow-wise, we'll throw a little of that in the coat. Jeans. Zipper. Fluffy. Okay, I gotta get out some skin colors and do her face. Then we'll run a real quick hairstyle on her and find out how long this video is. I was hoping to get to the background, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm going to start off with light flesh. I don't believe that's what it's called anymore. But we're going to throw that in there. Base coat all over. Very lightly. Remember, you cannot, I mean, you can. It's not easy to do, but you can go in there and erase. But it's a lot easier if you just leave some areas alone and darken areas, leave other areas highlighted. Okay, she has little eyes here. I can accent those a little bit. She's got a cute button nose, so we'll give her a button nose. Eyelids, tiny little chin over here. This is Cinnamon. Gonna darken up some of her forehead. She has little cheeks, so I can put some cheek in there. I'm going to go over with a little bit of medium flesh, especially in her cheek area. This side of her face. Give her some little lips right in the center. Then go back in with the light, light flesh. Press a little harder, but not too hard. Okay, we're going to pull a little white in here, just lightly. Help blend that. Okay, we're going to darken her eyes here. Throw in a few little eyelashes. Try to make them look decent. Eyebrows. And her hair is kind of a dark color, so we're going to go in with some black first. Okay, then we're going to add in some walnut. No, where's the walnut? We're going to sharpen that up too. Just going to bring that in as a shadowing in some of these areas. Okay, then we'll bring in some burnt umber. going to bring some of this hair down here too. Okay, then we'll go back in with the black and darken up some areas. Okay, then I'm just going to rub it, make sure it gets blended. Okay, kind of made it a little fluffy down there, but probably take some of that out. There we go. Still think it needs to be a little darker, but it's always hard to do with hair that doesn't have a lot of, I mean, it's easier to do with water, I'm going to say that way. Okay, sorry. Kind of losing her little fluff here in her coat. Knock that down. Zipper. Just gonna add that back in a little bit. Button. button. We'll do some dots over here on his coat, her coat, puppy's coat. Okay. Oh, and she needs Fluffy up here. Okay, since I got it all over the place, we're going to go back in and knock some of that down. Take the gray pencil, go over the zipper teeth. And a little gray over here, just so it doesn't look so bright, and we'll throw a little hair over that coat a little. Okay, we better leave her alone. Okay, let me check and see how long we've been on. Yep, I checked, and that's going to be it for today. I'm going to have to do the background. Oh, she's got hair down here too. Goofed. I'll have to put that in too. So we'll do the background and her hair in the next part. I hope you guys are enjoying. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye now.